local Army surplus store, and they have got a little bit of everything. So anytime I'm down this way, I try to stop in and pick up a few things. These are fantastic, and they've got a ton of them, and they've got different sizes in the pink and in the white. So if you've got a cot, or you're camping out, or your tiny house doesn't have room for a full-size mattress, picking up one or two of these, or combining some of the big and some of the little, is a great way to be really comfortable without taking up the space of a full-size mattress. And if you're creative, you can come into a place like this and solve all sorts of problems. But the problem is I usually spend way too much time here and way too much money. So I'm only allowed to stop by like once a year. Maybe every year and a half is probably better. But there is so much great stuff.
Hey. Over there.
Bungee cords. So many great uses. I bought a whole bunch of these and I hadn't used them at all. And the other day when we went to float the river, I put them on the front of the canoe and just looped them over, and they made great for just handles for pulling canoes down the rivers in the low spots. I didn't worry about them getting wet or dirty. If you're looking for some casters for your shop or your toolbox or a table you're building,
I love these.
I found some.
And little ones.
Old fire hose. I like to go through and usually get a couple of bags and load up on random nuts and bolts just so that I've got them. It seems like I always come to a point where I'm like, oh, I need one of those. There's so much hardware here. Look at the U-bolts.
You.
So, I'm sorry, I got Twitter pated by all the hardware. So, little hardware, $2 a piece.
Supposed to be like, what, $8 if you got them at a...
If you could find something like this,
Yeah.
they would be really expensive.
Yeah. Now you're talking. What? This is big as your neck.
So 39 cents a pound. I probably got 6 pounds or something there. I mean, it's for a few bucks. There's a whole bunch of nails. I could build an entire chicken coop with the nails that I've got here. And it may be that I don't use these nails for a year or two, or later this winter I'm working on a project and I can't get here, but they'll be sitting there in the shop waiting for me for whatever needs repair or to be fixed. I think it's just taking a few dollars and buying a bag of nails and setting it aside is just like putting money in the bank into a savings account. It's going to be there for you later to bail you out when a windstorm comes up or the chicken coop needs repair or whatever it is that life's going to throw at you. You'll be able to solve that problem. I really like these. So I can put all sorts of things together, and I'll get a bunch of these and then a bunch of nuts and a bunch of washers, and then something will come along that I need to bolt together and I'm ready to go. And these are long enough that I could put two 2x4s together or whatever I needed to and still get a nut and a washer on that side and bolt it up.
How much of a price break do you think you get between this and Home Depot?
It's going to be hit and miss. On some stuff, you're going to get 50%. On other stuff, you might still only save 30%. But that's still a lot of money. If I'm spending $100, but I'm saving 30, that goes a long ways.
No.
We're close, but no cigar. Oh, hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. Got all excited, but it was for naught. So maybe what you want to do is find your washers first and your nuts first, and then find your bolts. Because we've clearly done it backwards.
These ones aren't threaded right. They're the right size, but they're not threaded right.
So I've got bolts and washers.
Yeah. How much are the washers? Because I know when I buy washers, they're like so stinking expensive.
I'll bet it's by the pound.
That's not too bad.
That was a good day, and hopefully that little investment of time will pay me back someday. Come with me. So, you can never have too many nails, screws, nuts, bolts, washers. For here we've picked up some bins, and we've got a miscellaneous assortment, as you can see here. That did not go according to plan. It rained on the way home today, and the bags did not hold up. All right, let's try this again. So, we picked up some nails today, and we'll try and add them to our collection. The wet bags are not great. But let's see if we can figure it out. So yeah, in some places I have miscellaneous. Here I've got some washers, and I'll add that to the collection. So as you can see, as you look through the bins, I've got a pretty good assortment of nails and bolts, and I want to keep adding to that. Maybe thousands of pounds. If my children and grandchildren thought that I had more nuts, bolts, screws than Home Depot, that would be great. That's what I'm going for. The problem is when you live out here as far as we do, and it's an hour and a half or 2 hours to get to a Home Depot, it pays to pick up a few extras and to have an assortment in case of an emergency. Because one bolt could cost $25 or $30 in fuel, not to mention the time and the wear and tear on the truck to run down and pick them up. And word of advice, don't let the bags get wet.